will explain you one of our main pedagogical methods and tool to reach to knowledge here in the NS. It is investigation. During our 3 years program, we use this method during the different periods of the program to reach out to knowledge, but also to have an active learning process. And here, during our European reality, we study a subject that is quite practical, that is contemporary Europe. As students of the NS, with this subject, we are brought to actually research and investigate about how the European Union can work, what is the welfare system, what are the different regulations in terms of climate change, for example, in Europe. And all those topics are also studied and acknowledged thanks to investigation. So investigation is an active learning process. It allows us as students to get us closer to what we want to learn, to reach out to people. When we want to start an investigation, we gather as a team and then decide upon different topics that we see relevant and that we are also interested in. And then we divide in pairs and we start to make a plan. Which organization do we want to reach? Who do we think that it might be relevant to talk with? And also the different questions that we have in mind. And we can also organize maybe surveys in the street and different questions and questionnaires that will bring us to get more data or information about the topic itself. And a few weeks earlier, we actually decided in the team upon different topics that we investigated, such as politics, the welfare system here in Sweden, but also the difference between integration and inclusion. So when we investigate, we understand also through meeting people that knowledge can be acquired thanks to also personal stories or people that actually have something to tell you about the topic, and it makes it a bit more alive. And it's also always putting our knowledge and ideas in question and to not be just one-sided, but also actually accept the different perspectives and stories that people will bring us. An aim also of investigation is the result and what do we do with actually what we learned. And this is the most important as a future teacher, is to acknowledge that what you learn will be useful and get alive if you actually share it. So that's why when we know we are actually responsible to bring the message further than just in our pair or in our team, and to create maybe products or to create a speech, an article that might allow more people to know about this topic that was relevant for us. I think investigation is a great way to actually put faces and also putting in question what you assume or what you think you know. And especially during our first travel in Africa, where we were finally being able to put in practice this method, it was really great to see that we were as a duo or as a trio, little by little, building up our plan and building up where we wanted to reach with the topic, what we wanted to reach, and then to see how much stories we got, how much actually data we got from people or from different organizations that we met that might not even be published on the internet. And all those information were always put back in question. What is more relevant, what I read in the book or what this person told me that this person experienced personally. So it was really great to see how much actually personal we could actually get with the topics such as politics or migration or healthcare, for example. And what I really liked also was actually the next step that brought us to share the knowledge that we got, because I felt that I was more willing to actually share with people what I got, because I felt that it was topics that actually touched me, stories that touched me, and I thought it was extremely relevant for people to also acknowledge or encounter. And that's why I think this method might really be useful for people to just develop new perspectives, be more flexible in their thoughts. One of the last and most important thing is that you actually associate now the knowledge that you gain with a lifelong experience in a country that or in a city, and all the people that you met, all the experiences you've been through to actually reach to those informations will for sure stay with you and will give even more value to what actually you learned because you lived it in a way. Thanks to this video, it is also an invitation to you that might feel stuck in what you're learning, or that you would like to actually reach another perspective of the topics that you are interested about. So I would suggest you to maybe make a plan and go out to investigate and try this method and see how useful it is for you, but also of course to share the knowledge after.